After Jesus fed the 5,000 people, he told his disciples to get into the boat and go ahead of him to the other side of the Sea of Galilee. He stayed behind to dismiss the crowd. Once the people had gone home, Jesus went up on a mountain by himself to pray. He stayed there alone. The sun went down and night came. Jesus was still there praying. The disciples were in the boat crossing the lake. The wind had picked up and the water had become rough. Waves were hitting the boat from every side. The disciples were rowing hard, but the wind was against them, and they were struggling. This continued for hours. It was now the fourth watch of the night, which means it was sometime between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. The disciples were tired. The wind had not stopped, and they were still far from land. At that time, Jesus came toward them. Walking on the sea, he was walking on the water, straight toward their boat. When the disciples saw him coming on the water, they were terrified. They did not recognize him at first and thought they were seeing a ghost. They cried out in fear. But Jesus immediately said to them, "Take courage, it is I. Do not be afraid." Peter answered him and said, "Lord, if it's really you, tell me to come to you on the water." Jesus said, "Come." So Peter stepped out of the boat. He began walking on the water, heading toward Jesus. For a moment, Peter was doing what Jesus was doing. He was walking on top of the sea. But then Peter looked at the wind and the waves. He became afraid. As soon as fear entered his heart, he began to sink. He cried out, "Lord, save me!" Immediately, Jesus reached out his hand and caught Peter. Jesus said to him, "You have little faith, why did you doubt?" Then Jesus and Peter got into the boat. As soon as they did, the wind stopped. The water became calm again. The disciples in the boat were amazed. They bowed down and worshiped Jesus. They said, "Truly, you are the Son of God." After that, they continued their journey across the lake. When they reached the other side, they came to the land of Gennesaret. There people recognized Jesus. They brought him many who were sick. Everyone who touched the edge of his cloak was healed.